For decades now, at this time, every Wednesday, Mike Stevens has taken us along with him on the Pennsylvania Road.
But after all this time, this signature Newswatch 16 segment is heading in a new direction. Newswatch 16's John Meyer talked with Mike about the change for him and for you, his dear viewers.
For 40 years, Mike Stevens has been your travel companion, taking you on a journey along the Pennsylvania Road. But now there's a bit of a fork in that road. Mike has decided it's time to hit the brakes a bit.
I've been doing this for 40 years, and 40 years is a long time.
Mike created On the Pennsylvania Road decades ago, and what a trip it has been.
I must say that it is the best job I could ever imagine for myself in my entire working career. Honestly, look at all the people we met. Look at all the places we went to, all the things we saw.
But after all this time, meeting all those wonderful people, Mike thinks it's time for a new generation to take over this segment. And while it's debatable, he thinks that may better connect with younger viewers.
And I wanted them to be served with doing the on the road pieces, and I didn't think I was doing it at that point. I thought it was kind of, just time to move on. It was time to go on to something else, and so I am.
It's also another step in Mike's retirement.
We have a couple grandchildren. I like to fool around with, take them out here and there and do things. And I like to take pictures, so I get to go out into the woods and do some photos when I have the opportunity.
But don't worry, as Mike would say, dear viewer, he will still be a part of WNEP.
I'm not leaving the station, but I'm going to work at podcasts and work at blogs and do those kinds of things. And I'll still do Photo Link on Fridays. But as far as the on the road pieces go, you get to do them now.
Yes, On the Pennsylvania Road will live on, and Mike Stevens has trusted me to join you on this journey. I've been tasked with the role of filling probably the biggest shoes ever to be filled at WNEP. What's your advice for me moving forward?
Just tell the story. Never get in the way of the story. Just let it go by itself. The subject or whatever you happen to be working on that day, just let it be itself. And then you fill in the spaces.
I even went along on one of Mike's final on-the-road shoots. I had to see the master at work.
My only guarantee that I ever made in going out to do these stories, when I talked to the subject, I said, the only guarantee I can make to you is that you will not look bad on television.
It's a guarantee I will continue. Mike built a trust that must continue.
I thought it was time to move on. I thought it was time for a new outlook on the world,
Well, I can't tell you how much it means that you have confidence in me to take over what you've created.
You'll do fine. You'll do fine. I can see it now.
I will certainly do my best with his legacy in mind, knowing Mike will be watching and helping me along the way. John Meyer, Newswatch 16, on the Pennsylvania Road.
And I'm sure a lot of people are sitting at home trying to imagine On the Road without Mike Stevens.
Yeah.
It's hard for all of
Yeah.
us to imagine,
Right.
but it truly is an honor that Mike trusts me to carry this forward. And he's not going to be a stranger here at WNEP. You're still going to see him on Photo Link and other projects. But I give Mike credit. He's done all this work. He's going to enjoy the freedom ahead, too.
And
Yeah.
tell us about your thoughts going forward in this.
I'm just looking forward to the adventure, to get all throughout our viewing area and meet the great people Mike has and see all the interesting things. He says you just go and do the stories and they just come to you, and I'm looking forward to that.
They're
That'll
the
be
best
great.
stories
They really
of the
are.
week, every week. Congratulations.
Thank
Great.
you.
And it's
Good
great that
stuff.
Mike is still going to be around.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you, John. Well, that does it for Newswatch 16.